The boy had already seen the dog drooling, yet he deliberately hung the bacon in front of him, suddenly realizing that it couldn't reach the bacon. He thoughtfully pulled the rope as low as it would go. As long as the dog dares to take a bite, the boy will have a reason to kill him tomorrow. As he watched his master walk into the room, the dog began to crave the bacon in front of him. By the time the next morning rolled around, the boy couldn't wait to get out of bed. He grabbed his shotgun and was ready to kill the dog, but when he came out, he froze. He never thought the old yellow dog would resist the temptation. He didn't take a bite of the bacon in front of him, although he had changed his mind about what he had done before. The boy still had no intention of keeping him. He was looking for a chance to get rid of him, but that day there was an accident. The boy and his mother were chopping wood in the mountains. His brother played with the bear and wouldn't let him go, pulling on his hind legs, thinking her child was being bullied. The mother bear dashed over in 3 or 2 steps. By the time the brother realized it, it was too late. At this critical moment, the old yellow dog arrived just in time. He stood in front of his brother and said he wouldn't let the bear get close. Looking at him, the black bear was dumbfounded. She was so scared that she almost appeared in human form, and stood up a few times and wanted to swear at others. "I don't want this, son," and with that, she left in a huff. The boy had never felt so relieved. He realized he had found a treasure. After bringing his brother home safely, his mother was afraid. Without the old yellow dog's help, this would have been a disaster. After winning the battle, Big Yellow came back. He was relieved to see that his little master was safe. When his brother came back, he didn't talk about getting rid of Big Yellow anymore, and the whole family became more and more fond of him. At night, Big Yellow seemed to feel lonely. He came to his room cautiously and bravely. I had no idea that this time the brother saw, not only did not drive him away, but also greeted him over. And so, he slept between the 2 brothers. His brother loved him even more. It's hard to imagine that just a few days ago he was about to kill Big Yellow, because that day, while plowing, he suddenly spotted a stray dog chasing a rabbit. That stray dog was Big Yellow. At first, he didn't care, but he didn't realize that the rabbit and the dog had passed through his mule's crotch. The mule was in shock. Luckily, the boy was able to get out of the way in time, but his farm was a mess. In the end, the mule was lost. The brother was devastated. Dad had just left for the day, and he'd made such a mess of the house. But then the old yellow dog came back. Brother took a stone and threw it at him in anger, but the old yellow dog stayed at home, and the younger brother was so fond of him that he wanted to keep him. That's why the brother wanted to get rid of him. But after this incident, everything was different. Big Yellow became a member of the family. At night they would keep watch together and catch the thieves who stole the corn from the fields. During the day, while his mother and brother worked on the farm, he took on the task of protecting his brother and even caught fish to supplement the family's income. The family became more and more fond of him. One day, the family lost their cow, so Mom asked her brother to take the dog outside to look for it. Big Yellow followed the scent and soon found the cow, and there was a little one next to her. It turned out that the cow's mother had come to the jungle to give birth to her cub. The boy picked up the little cowboy and prepared to go home, but this scene was discovered by the cow's mother. She thought the human was going to hurt her baby and charged at the boy angrily.